Zimbabwe is a name that gets its foundations from Z, meaning a big thing. Zimbabwe, it means some stones.
We are blessed in this country where there is freedom of worship. As a church, we are allowed to go to any institution, any part of the country to express the gospel, to challenge people with the gospel without any difficulties at all. Together with that, we are now besieged with a lot of different teachings that are coming to the church in Zimbabwe. And even our children in school, they are beginning to be faced with new religions that they had never known before.
Church leaders would say one of the biggest challenges is, yes, there's a good Christian spiritual heritage in the country, but unfortunately the discipleship is quite superficial.
Most pastors are not trained, so that's a challenge. They need a theological training. Then they also need the resources to do with upgrading their theological background. Because if they are going to communicate Christ to people, they need to get the right stuff so that they can communicate the Christ that everybody knows.
I think of pastors when they make their sermons without resources, no commentaries, no library. And sometimes we see that the pastors go dry when they are in ministry.
I should be able to say, this is what you are taught, but the truth is this. And yet, there are no material, at my disposal.
I've been here just a couple of years in Zimbabwe, and even for me in my ministry and teaching ministry, to get books is very hard, very expensive, and to import books is also difficult because of the system here. So finding a way of resourcing yourself, and particularly through having ebooks and e-format, has been very pivotal to my own ministry, and I can see how that could be so strategically important for church leaders here.
LEARN, as you are aware, means it's an acronym which means Leaders, Equipping and a Resourcing Network.
The project's aim is to equip and resource pastors so that they become more effective communicators of the gospel. And that has been amazing how God has brought people from the outside as we have talked to them about it, and they've caught the vision with us to help to see the project come alive.
The LEARN concept first came about as a result of the country preview, which we carried out in 2015. It was like we were starting again on the ministries of SIM in the country, and we were asking each other and seeking from God to know which way shall we go. So we had opportunity to go right across the country, talking to different people, church leaders, laymen, business people, and so on, talking to them about what the challenges Zimbabwe was going through and how they can be addressed. And as a result of that, it became so clear that we needed a ministry that equips and resources pastors. It came out as a strong recommendation from that preview that we would need to run a pastor's book set ministry in Zimbabwe so that it can strengthen the church leaders in dealing with the issues that were coming up on the Zimbabwean landscape.
You know the statement that was once made by John Mbiti, the church in Africa is 3 miles wide and 1 inch deep. I think the depth of the church, especially in spiritual things, has been challenged a lot. And so we've seen a lot of things happening around us. And so I believe very strongly that the church needs to be discipled. There is an urgent need for us to disciple the church.
The more we sharpen the skills of our leaders, then the more we think that it will have some vicarious effect on those that they are leading.
It will assist me to give a wider understanding, deeper meaning of other terms, and even deeper explanation of text. And it will be good for me to deliver to my leaders and equip them.
It is a project that is running interdenominationally. Therefore, we will not expect one denomination to benefit, but it is something that is going to go across the board.
One of the unique things about the app that's been so well crafted for the project is that we can actually monitor as well the progress of the leaders in their reading whenever they connect the tablet up to the internet. And so this is a great way for us to ensure accountability, to also just to review how are they handling it. Is a leader struggling with using it? Can we support them better?
A pastor who has gone through LEARN as a project will use the skills that he has mastered to be able to impact them to the people that he is pastoring.
How can you get behind and support this ministry? Well, there's different ways you can do so. We need prayers. We need prayers for spiritual wisdom as we continue to move forward, as we make contact, as we communicate, all the different logistics of the project. But we also have practical needs. There's the tablets themselves, SD cards, solar chargers, which are going to create the package that we give to pastors. It may be that you as a church want to get behind this project by buying a package for even one pastor. Many of the churches that we will be encouraging to support us here in this ministry will be training their leaders ongoing, and maybe you want to think about how is it you could put some of the allocation not just to your own minister but also to people who are ministering here in Zimbabwe. There's more information about this on the website and it'll help to inform you, but we really want to thank you for considering supporting this project.
I want to be dry. I want to be dry.